from there, I ended up, I jumped on a plane. I went over to Silicon Valley. I went back to Singularity University, and I met this incredible group of people. I ended up on Necker Island with Richard Branson and
wow. Hang on,
kite surfing. And
tell me, what was it like being on Necker Island with Richard Branson? I just want to know.
I think I went there with no purpose or no outcome. I'd been invited by this great group of people saying, we've got a peer group and we go and we do these great trips and ocean conservation and really cool stuff. And I was like, that sounds amazing. This is what I need. And I was just holding space. I was like, I needed to shake off what was happening and just get out there. And I was looking to find out where I fit in the world. And I ended up having about 5 hours, almost one-on-one with Richard. And
Are you
for
serious?
me,
is he as nice as I think he is?
He is the sweetest human, and he was just about to become a grandfather for the 5th time, and he was just so happy. So being there, it's almost like most people when they go to Necker Island, it's expensive. They go there and they want to pitch him something, or there's a reason, or they find they need to get something out of it, kind of thing. And I just wasn't. So I was there and just, absolutely enjoying it. And so one of the things that, I'm very big on is being places on time. And I didn't realize that he is as well. And so we're on this island and everyone's on island time. And so the first day it's lunch and it's at 12 o'clock and it's on Turtle Beach. And so I go to lunch on Turtle Beach at 12 o'clock and there's Richard. And so we ended up sitting down, being the only people at lunch. And then a third person joined us for about 20 minutes. It was about 40 minutes later, everyone starts to come in and we're having these great conversations about the world. And
well, that must have just blown your mind. I mean, certainly in hindsight, that must have. But I mean, that would be an absolute dream, I would say, for almost every entrepreneur out there who likes Richard Branson. I'm not saying everyone loves him, but I love him and I love what he's achieved and I love the way he thinks. And, what an incredible opportunity.
Yeah, and so the next day we're in the kitchen and we're making breakfast and I say good morning and then I've got my smoothie and so I walk away kind of thing. And it's just like, I didn't realize most people probably wouldn't do that. They'd probably want to stay and talk as much as they could. But then, I go and then I'm going down to the beach and he's driving past in his golf buggy and says, oh, do you want to ride? And gives me a tour of the island. And we ended up having, all of this time together over the week that I was there. And the CTO of Cisco was there and we're having these great conversations around privacy and like really great world-changing ideas. And I thought to myself, because he did actually after one of our conversations, he invited me to judge the Extreme Tech Challenge, which is his technology startup competition or scale-up competition, looking for technologies that can change the world. And to be asked to be a judge of the grand final of that with Richard Branson, I thought, and that's, another one of these moments of validation. It's like, if I can inspire someone like Richard Branson to then, for him to have more positive momentum and do good in the world, or even if it's just, like that inspiration or the validation that he's on the right track, I'm like, how beautiful, like that's where I fit.
Well, also that's where you get to your billion people because he has got that exposure. And you're affecting him, which then has that knock-on effect. Oh, my God, that is just the best story. I'm so glad I asked you that. You were just going to skim over, and then I went to Necker Island, and then I did whatever. Wow, what an amazing, time.
Yeah, and I am very blessed, and I see the world that, the world's always perfect equilibrium of positive and negative. And so, at the time I was going through a divorce and a business separation and this was happening and stuff as well. So it's really easy to see the shiny parts of it. But as an entrepreneur, and I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there, it's both, and it's working out where you fit in the world. And I actually, probably one of the best things for me was instead of set goals that year, because I always had a clear vision of what I needed to achieve, I set an intention just to be a part of the global conversation. And that one sentence, and I put it on my wall and I'm like, that's this year. This year's goal is to be a part of the global conversation. And then the following year, I was like, actually, how do I be a leader in the global conversation?
Oh, God, I love the way you think.
It's like, wow. So I put that on the wall. And then January this year, I ended up at the World Economic Forum in Davos.